Here is another video requested by one of our viewers who wanted to know what it might look like if all of the plumbing was installed in one wall. So we're going to have a bathroom, bathtub, toilet, sink. Then we're going to have a kitchen sink and a wash machine drain. So here's our kitchen sink. Let's go ahead and remove it so that we can get a better view of the plumbing here. Head over to the wash machine drain line to where we're going to have a clean out above the santee here. This is a 2-inch line here with a 2-inch vent. And we do have a 2x6 framed wall here. If you can use a 2x4 wall, go for it. And the vent will go through the roof. So we have 3 vents going through the roof here. And then we have our bathroom lavatory sink vent tying into this vent here. And this vent here is actually going to have a section of it where we're going to create a wet vent. And the main line in this example is going to go directly underneath this wall. And you're probably not going to be able to use this example in a load-bearing wall situation. So we are going to have a wet vent from here to here. And even though this doesn't need to be 3 inches, I pulled this example from another one of my videos where this just came down and went this way. We didn't have this section attached to the plumbing. And then we used this clean out here in that example for the end of the line clean out. And the wash machine drain will come in. These are all combo fittings here. So here we're going to have a 3-inch or a 4-inch. You might need a 4-inch drain line for your project, and you might need to check with your local building department for that. And of course, we are going to have an end of the line clean out along with a clean out in the front here. And I believe the maximum for a clean out, the distance in between clean outs, is 75 feet. But again, you would need to check with your local building department to validate that information. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bottom side of the plumbing drain lines, where we will be using a combo fitting here, and a Y fitting here. And again, this section from here to about here will be considered a wet vent. And a view of the clean out here and the bathtub trap, 1.5 inches. And in this example here, we're using an 1.5 inch drain line for the kitchen sink. And that's going to be the minimum requirement for a single kitchen sink. If you're going to hook up a garbage disposal and a dishwasher, you might consider using a 2-inch line there. And I would consider using a 2-inch line anyway for your kitchen sink. And it's usually not going to cost you a lot more money in a situation like this. Next up, let's go ahead and make a couple of changes. One of those will be connecting the kitchen vent into this vent line here. Now keep in mind that this needs to slope 1/4 inch down in this direction here so that any condensation or moisture that forms in here will be able to drain into the plumbing drain system. Let's go ahead and take a closer look of that and then go to the other side where we can get a better view of it here. And this is all 1.5 inches here, and then we have a 2-inch line here. And that 2-inch line is for the toilet vent. If it wasn't going to be venting the toilet, just the bathtub, it could be 1.5 inches. And in some cases, this pipe might need to be larger or smaller. So again, check with your local building department about that. And if you notice, we got rid of the 3-inch line and the clean out here. And I don't know if you would need a clean out here. The code says every time a pipe changes direction, even though I've rarely came across that while working on a variety of different construction projects. So the 1.5 inch trap is going to die into a sanitary tee here. This will have a 2-inch going out here, 2-inch going out here, 1.5 inch coming out here, and then into a combo fitting here. 2 inches going into a 3-inch or a 4-inch line, whatever you're going to be using. Next up, let's go ahead and take a look at the laundry. I went ahead and turned it around and dropped the clean out below the sanitary tee. And I haven't found any building code that says the sanitary tee needs to go below or above. I know that some people like to install it above in case this section here needs to be cleaned out. And don't forget that the rest of these fixtures can be flipped around to the other side also, if needed for your project. And if you need to, you can always relocate the fixtures. You can move it further down the line, or I could take this one and move it to the front, or even somewhere in between here. And I did the same with the kitchen sink. And the last thing I want to point out in the video is that this is just one way to do this. If you want to see more examples, let me know in the comment area. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out some of our other videos on YouTube. And if you can't find the videos on YouTube, make sure that you visit our website to find a complete organized list of all of the videos we've made so far.